What's going on, guys? J Flesh Tanks. Just doing a little update on what I got going on down here in the in progress fish room. So this is what we got going on in here. Obviously you've seen these tanks, but I'll kind of keep it updated on what's going on. I'm trying to do a kind of a weekly update. These guys are doing really well. Let's see here. There's a whole boatload. There's the males, so you can kind of get an idea what I'm dealing with. Focus. There's a boatload. I mean a boatload of frying in here. So I'm gonna start thinning the herd here once another one of those moms like that one right up there gives birth and gets going. These guys, I got males, which sucks. The females died in the bag, so they're cool though. Definitely cool. Plants are doing really well. Got all the backgrounds on these guys painted. These swordtails, which they always hide back down over there, but you can see it's a bunch of fry, so those guys will be getting pulled pretty soon. And I like that one right there. That one came out, so that one's got to live. Like I said, the moms and dad are back there. One of the females having to give birth. My kids impulse buy with these convicts. They're doing really well. They're little D-bags and they're only like a 1/8 of an inch long, so they're gonna go in their own little tank, and I'll let my kid kind of raise them up. They're pumped up to get a little bit of little camera time, so doing real well. Plants are doing real well, and background's painted. 40 breeder down here. You can see that those cribs are doing really well. Porthole live bearers are back there in this tank now, and all my bushy noses are doing really well. There's a good amount of those guys in there, so I should start seeing some of that breeding action going on. Painted that background. All this driftwood's finally sunk. I'll eventually aquascape this to a point. This 40 breeder is set up and ready to go. Just threw in some duckweed and some money, or some duckweed, and I can't even think of it now. It's a plant I don't aquascape with. Oh geez, hornwort. Wow, God, look at me. Got some different types of substrate in here. Little box filter. I really like these box filters, guys. Let me see if I can zoom in on them. These box filters are really cool. I almost like them better than the sponge filters, just because you can put biological media in there, and then you don't have to really worry about cleaning it out. I'm doing manual cleaning on this. I'm not doing automatic water changes and all that stuff. That's for me. That's I don't know. I totally get the point of it if you have a whole boatload of tanks. I have plenty of tanks, but there's still maintenance. I can still maintenance them, and I like getting my hands in the water, especially when there's things like this, you know, that it looks like poo because of all the it's not aquascape, so it always gives me a chance to get my hand in the water, scrape some glass, and manually remove poop and stuff like that. So 40 breeder down here. This one's just cycling. I'm getting it ready to go. And then let's see here, I got all these were the 410s that were on the other shelf on the bottom. They're just filled up with water right now. I'll probably put box filters in all these guys. I put a little bit of substrate in there just so it has, on some of them, like this one, that one back there, this one has some sand, just so it has something to grab onto, some biological media, why I figure out if I want to do sponge filters or box filters. And I have a better light than what's on this. I'm actually going to be using that LED spotlight that's hung up there. I just haven't turned it on yet, and I still got to wipe the glass down, but all these backs are painted as well. Another 40 breeder box filter. See, this one's a little bit easier to see clarity wise. I just really like those box filters, man, because I could just jam them full of biological media. Substrated this is coming out. That was just so when I was filling it up, wasn't pushing the gravel everywhere. Got to get lids for all these 40 breeders and these 410s, and then I still have one 40 breeder to get, which I will be getting, and I accidentally painted the stand some when I was painting that tank. So this is just a basic shop light with T12 bulbs, but I'm going to be replacing those T12 bulbs with the LED replacement T12 bulbs for shop lights. And this is running a couple LEDs. I figured I'd go a little bit lower light. I don't know what I'm gonna put in this. I got all these fries, so I gotta start divvying them out into other tanks and getting into these guys. I still got some insulation to do on this, just so the tank isn't sitting directly on concrete. And what else do I got left to do? 40 breeder, and then I got some of this cleaned up a little bit. I know it doesn't look cleaned up, but it's somewhat cleaned up. And got my air pump mounted. I'm buying another one of those and mounting it on this side for this rack, so there's more airflow. That one air pump is running all these tanks, so I still got to get that going. All my shell dwellers are over here. Let me turn this light on. All right, they're in there, but I probably scared them to death. Still got a back filter on it. There's a box filter in there just collecting gunk, some good stuff, bunch of Java moss, and they're coming out a little bit. They're in there. Hey buddy, see if I can get a better angle on him. Oh, there he goes. But they're in there doing their thing. They all dove into the shells as soon as I turned the light on. And in this 20 long down here, the crayfish are in there somewhere. I don't know where. They're probably going to go into a different tank. This isn't ideal parameters for them by any means. So got another box filter in there just collecting gunk so I could put it into one of those 10s. And that's about it, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm having a blast doing this. Just an absolute blast. So this tank is just full of life, and you can see it's full of green. And I'm gonna be getting a whole bunch of plants in here pretty soon, and then I'll probably start doing some real aquascaping videos and showing you some display tanks. But for right now, this is really every day I come down, man, it's a blast. Let's see, if I stay away, you can see the parents to those guys. But yeah, there's some fry in there that I gotta get out so they don't get eaten all to death. But that's that, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'm having a blast doing this, and I will talk to you all next time. Later.